Welcome back, YouTube, whatever your name is.
Alright.
We could just like start off with a discussion like without you.
No, I'll do the intro. Shut up. Well, it's really good to back it again with a discussion video, this time on Pokken Tournament with G,
What's up?
Mason,
Hello.
and Angel.
Hello.
Wow, polite.
Wow.
And did anyone expect Pokken Tournament to be on the trailer on this direct?
Like, I'm gonna pretend that I actually saw the direct, so no.
Alright. Mason?
I actually wasn't expecting a direct.
Wait, you didn't hear about the direct the day before?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
Okay. Angel, you did.
I
Yeah,
heard about it, and I knew it was gonna be just for like a little bit though.
Alright.
I didn't expect that.
Alright. Well, the three things people were talking about were Pokken Tournament being the least, I guess, people think that like were expecting, but like was a big high priority, like chance. And aside from that, Pokemon Coliseum, because the Switch doesn't have a main Pokemon game yet. And then
Oh yeah.
either between these two, a remake on Gen 4 or Pokemon Star. And out of all of them, we did get Pokken Tournament to come back to us as a port on the Switch. And and it's coming with all the DLC characters. Well, I don't want to call them DLC, but the characters that came in the arcades in Japan, but we never got in the US. Well, no one got him on the Wii U, basically. Let me see if I can pull up the image for you guys to see. Okay. That's the whole roster. They added all the four, which is Empoleon, Scizor, Darkrai, and Croagunk.
So Empoleon's gonna be Bay for you?
Yeah, he's gonna be main. I was gonna get the game regardless, but I'm only happier that he is in the game. And they added Decidueye, which he's not even in the arcade. He's literally new.
Oh yeah. True.
That's interesting.
That's a good
they
thing.
Added.
They're adding the new generation Pokemon.
That's interesting that they added Decidueye and not what was the fire one name?
Incineroar?
I can't.
Aurora.
Yes. Why I'm blanking.
He's professional. Don't worry, guys.
I'm a professional, guys. I got this. Anyway, yeah, it's interesting that they added him instead of the fire one, because I would think the fire one actually has hands instead of wings, so he can actually punch instead of tap.
I mean, this one has hands on the wings, so I guess that.
He has talons.
I mean, would you say that? Would you
claws?
expect Chandelure to work in Pokken?
Hey man, look, that's different. Chandelure has a balls and fire for hands. So
It can also spit hot fire.
it spits that hot fire.
So
Maybe I'm grass racist. That's probably why.
well, I think it's great that they add another one. It is another grass type, which they're not too common. It's perfect to have Sceptile, but I'm glad they have this one. Primarina was never gonna get in, even though we do need another water starter, because everything has one except for Empoleon, which is the only
I don't
one.
think Primarina would be a good. I don't think Primarina would be a good choice.
Yeah.
I think I got all of them.
Maybe-
It would probably be
Maybe Feraligatr would probably be a great
Ooh,
choice.
Feraligatr would be cool. And I don't know if you guys see on the screen, but you can now do 3v3. So that means pick 3 characters to fight against one other player.
Yeah.
Oh, instead of just the regular 1v1.
Yeah, it's a new feature they're applying into the game, which is cool if you want to say run all 3 techniques, standard or power. And there's 2 things that I think flawed with Pokken. Was one, the Switch was dying at the point when it released here in the US. And 2, there wasn't enough big of a roster, because if you just remove Darkrai, Scizor, Empoleon, Croagunk, and Decidueye, you have, let's see, 16. And some people didn't even have Dark Mewtwo because it was like a pre-order thing. So you would have basically just 15, which is a small roster for a fighting game.
It is.
Yep.
It is created by the same makers of Tekken.
Yeah.
But I feel like they experimented with like, because when I played, it didn't have that same Tekken smooth movement, and
do you think it's because of the
I don't
remote?
know. It may be because of actually the Switch.
Yeah.
Because the Switch may not have the same processing speed that they would be with Tekken.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't know. Tekken's such a weird fighting game though, because it's one of those things where you can actually like play. It's not as static as like with Street Fighter. You don't have to be exact with your inputs. You can be fluid with your movements and your combinations. That's why it's easier to for people to actually button mash with that game, because all the combos can connect, as opposed to being strict with your input. And you'd be like, if you don't hit this input, the entire moveset won't even be created.
Here I have an image right now on all the release dates for everything. When the Wii U first came out, it was 2012, so 5 years from now. And they didn't have a lot of games. That's one of its flaws. And this kind of affected Pokken. But first major games that came out were Mario Kart 8 and Smash for the Wii U, but that was 2 years after its release. And then we had Splatoon and Mario Maker. And then Zelda, Twilight Princess, and Pokken in 2016 worldwide release. So it literally showed up near the end of the Wii U's, time span. And a lot of people are mad at Pokken because they don't really like it, but I think people should give it more of a chance.
Probably, that's because Nintendo's going broke. Started cutting people's salaries and stuff. They was like, we need to make money.
Yeah.
Ain't got time to be waiting for development.
Now, is anyone here mad that Pokken's getting a port to the Switch?
No, because you really want to play Pokken Tournament on a small thing as the 3DS. Most people don't like doing that. That's why most fighting games are on a TV or a PC where you can see it better.
Well, they treating the Switch like basically another console. So I don't see what the problem is with releasing this. Mm-hmm. Maybe they should have pushed back their release date, but I mean they got a budget line to meet, and I believe this was supposed to come out in 2016, and then they pushed it back to like 2017. They changed the name from the NX to the Switch. They made a few changes. So at that point, they needed to return on their investment. So they probably couldn't even wait any longer, and they needed to go ahead and just release it. And I mean, it's not like it ain't making any money. It's not like nobody's buying it. They're already doubling in production value. So I don't know. I don't know how much Pokken made. Actually, I have Google right now, so I can see how much Pokken Tournament made. That sounds.
Yeah, that was good. Mason, you want to add on anything?
Nothing. They covered just got everything.
Next, I did make an image of all the characters that G made. So, G, why do you want to see Mimikyu in Pokken?
Because Mimikyu is bae, that's why. Why else would you not want to see just a ghost, cute little not chia pet. Even thinking of the analogy right now, but like just going in ahead and just slapping people.
How do you think Mimikyu would play into the game?
Now, does Mimikyu do they have abilities in Pokken? Like, is there some sort of like special special techniques that's unique? Not finishing moves, but like special techniques that's unique to the characters.
I do remember that I don't know how it's. I believe Machamp has like guts in a way. It's like kind of like bulk up, but it uses bulk up to move, so it doesn't really count. And Chandelure can use overheat once, and then it just starts to lower its energy. But no true abilities, I think.
As I was thinking, or we already know like his disguise ability. So like if you was to, like punch it, maybe it could like substitute itself.
Like a move, basically. That
I don't know. They probably don't. They probably don't have substitute in the real game. But if you can like substitute yourself, that would like free up the hit, and then you would take like no damage. That would be so cool. Play rough would be a great hitting move against somebody.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of physical fairies. It's just, I think, Gardevoir right now.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of physical fairies. And, I mean, I think the artwork of just having the Mimikyu on would be great. Since it does have arms, arms could be used when it's hitting. And it moves pretty well. I mean, it's fast in the game with that base 90 speed. So, I don't know how you would do the mechanics of the feet, but it does move. It could be a fighting style. Now, it'll be really small, probably like probably like at the height of Gengar, but like the width of a Lucario. And so, like, not as small as Pikachu.
Yo, did you ever see the Darkrai movie where the Darkrai had its 2 legs?
Yes, I did see that.
Could you imagine Mimikyu with those 2 legs?
No. I would rather it be, like, invisible. It just shadowing to the other side.
Alright. Angel, why would you think you, like, delayed in Pokken?
One, because, as you see, it's already a fighting type, and most of the roster is pretty much fighting type. A lot of it is. But then as well, you can see it guards a lot. Its hands are used more especially. Then you already have one part of the Rot Evolution line on there. You have Gardevoir on there, which is the female knight. Then you can have Glade on there as well.
And you get to use the Mega too.
Yeah, and you can also Mega Evolve it as well. And maybe if you have both of them in, like as you said, that 3-person thing, they could be stronger or something like that. But then also, I said Hitmonchan, but as you see, it's not on there. I was thinking him as well, that could go along with Hitmonchan, Machamp, as both of their hitting speeds could be very well together.
Hitmonchan can be a really would Hitmonchan kind of play like I guess Little Mac from Smash?
Well, sort of, but not as bad recovery. That'd be terrible.
I mean, you don't really need recovery in Pokken.
Well, yeah, what if you want to get back up and throw out the hits? Never know. But I say Hitmonchan would be something really good for trying to come back or anything. Like Pokemon that's pretty frail, but still hits really hard, though. That's one thing.
And the main reason I'm asking this is just because they always have the chance of putting more into the game. Because it's this early on. They didn't really have a chance to get DLC into Pokken back when it was on the Wii U. And Mason, why do you want Rhydon in the game?
Mainly because it's like the first Pokemon ever made, and it doesn't get much love other than the evolution that I got in 5th gen. So I like to see it get more love for it being the first Pokemon.
Rhydon.
Would you think Rhydon would be heavy? Like, because I don't really know how heavy characters work, because I don't think there's that many in the roster.
Charizard.
Okay, so 1.3 million.
That could be like something you add to make the roster a bit more diverse. Instead of a bunch of fast characters, you can add a bit slow ones that can take hits, like Rhydon.
All right.
For me, that's pretty much Machamp already.
Also, you know, its final move, whatever it's called, can be just like drilling its opponent with its horn.
And I wanted Hawlucha just because I feel like it should have been added when Pokken originally came out. But instead they added the... What was the masked Pikachu called? The Luchador version?
Oh, you mean cosplay Pikachu? Cosplay Pikachu?
Yeah, but they added the one with the Luchador mask.
Yeah, it was just like the cool version of the cosplay Pikachu.
Oh, okay.
It didn't actually have like a
It would have
name.
been maybe the same size. It could have glided. He's not really much of a flyer, but I would like him to have like a mid-air kind of combat fight of a lot of the characters, and still be able to like do some grabs and like suplex and all that stuff. That's what I imagine him doing.
So you want like a grab? You want like a flying, someone who glides and fights in the air.
Yeah.
So like an aerial assault kind of.
Yeah, a lot of games have that, including Tekken. You can see that a lot. And then with the new game called Arms, they have that as well with a character that basically up in the air and still fights.
I think the only character that can actually like fly is Charizard, but he's mainly just hovering over the ground because he's kind of heavy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck Devil Jin and all his.
Oh. Well. And I think this would be a fair way of not having a Pokemon that could just fly and just mainly just glides in the game.
That's true.
Yeah. So, okay, now, even though you don't own the Switch, would you consider buying it? Last question. G first.
Hell yeah.
Just for Pokken? No.
No. Okay. Mason?
It still needs more games.
But what about just on Pokken by itself? Would it interest you more?
It slightly, not really.
Okay, Mason.
I think I'd have to see gameplay of it first before I would say like a complete yes.
Okay, Angel.
I would say yes because I'm more into fighter games than just by any other game.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always wanted to play it when it came out for the Wii U, but then I never had the money, and now I can with the Switch. And I can take it around anywhere, which is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't really talk about that aspect. Alright. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
No, Paco, I want to say one more thing before we end this.
Alright, go ahead, Angel.
As Manton was saying with the drill part, as we can see, right on will be the Gurren Lagann of the game. Don't worry, man.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yes. You're going to see the drill pierce through enemies and the
sky. Also use Dave.
Pierce the heavens.
Pierce the heavens and make the new world.
Alright. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll be having another discussion video soon. Bye!